so lazio here. Football coins usually start to move when the rest of the market gets a little bit weak. If Bitcoin has a bit of a flush, or Bitcoin is about to flush, that is when the football coins usually get their move. Now, this looks to me like one of those charts where it doesn't do anything for a long period of time. That's 2 years or whatever that is, a year and a half, and then out of the blue it'll do this. So it looks like to me like one of those ones, if you're not in it, you're probably going to miss it. I could be wrong on that, but it looks to me like it's one of those charts. It's a kind of low liquidity. At some point we're gonna just get some whales going to come in, some market makers going to come in and just buy up a ton of this, and the price is going to moon. That's the way I kind of envisage it playing out. There is a few key notes though, a few key takeaways. You know, this is a fairly large volume here, and it's probably a bit of a test pump. I mean, so far it is a test pump, and it's proving to be a test pump. We got that stop onto the lows, had the volume. Now prices continue to go higher on this. So far that test pump has been validated. Like here, we got one of there. It's too early in the move, and then it got rejected, and we rolled away. This one is definitely more bullish and giving bullish signs, which are more prominent and more, I don't know if that's the right word or not, but it's more likely that they'll be successful coming into a bull market. I was just trying to find a trend line there. I want to zoom out here just to a yearly. Like, we are already starting to create a bullish yearly engulfing. That's a good sign. We're early in the year, and these can often do something like this, right? It's already created a bullish yearly engulfing, but you know, that doesn't mean that it can't negate that bearish candle and continue going higher. In a bear market, this would reject here and drop away and go to new lows. Okay, so that's, you know, it's important to watch it, but overall this looks fairly good, to be honest. This 6 month candle, 6 month chart, you know, there's a base here, and you can clearly see deviations below the lows before reversing and going higher again. This is a bullish 6 month candle, and there's 3 months left, but yeah, so it's still a deviation here, and this is a strong candle. This implies that we go higher after this. If there was no movement into a new quarter should do something like this. That's what the chart is saying. That's what it's looking like. So the hard part is, when is this actually going to get a move? So far the monthly is bullish. We are into this pivot top, right? It's a very important level. It's a big level. They are and can be you know, drop levels before we get in the real move. Sometimes you flush into resistance before the real move. So that I don't know if that's a real good example, but you know, you move up. Suppose it didn't come quite into the top of there, but you move up into it, and then you actually flush before the real move. You know, but to me it's still bullish. I just want to look at other time frames. It's tricky to know when it's actually going to run is the hard part. As long as it's green here on the 9 week, it is bullish. So that 9 week is probably up a little bit higher. The problem with it is, though, it's hard to find a buy point. You know, it's just grinded higher. That's a 2 week candle. It's grinded. We are into the white 100. You know, into the white 100 is often a bullish place to be getting in, because you can get big moves higher. But I do suggest, you know, this double top, it's hard to buy right here with this double top. I don't like doing it. What we're kind of seeing is in a way similar to what we've seen in the past here, right? If I see the way it grinds up and you're into double top, and then you need a new, it closes high up in the pattern, and then you need a new candle to explode higher. Now, where were we looking at a minute ago? I suppose here as well, like you could say there, you're grinding up into the pattern. But if I flip forward, maybe it was a monthly. Yeah, the monthly, I think. No, if this closes here, it's like this pattern was formed on the weekly here. But you know, when you close up high into the pattern, sometimes you need a new candle before actually getting that move. Now the big question is this the new candle? Are we already in this candle? is this the candle that we are talking about that can do that when you close up into the highs? Well, it didn't close, this didn't close really high enough. I would prefer this to close up here like this and then trade a new monthly candle. The problem is there's 18 days left. But I'm just trying to say that it's tricky to get involved on this one because of the grind higher, because of the chop, because of the whipsaw, because of the, you know, these wicks. At this point, because of the rejection, for me, I would trade a new weekly candle at least. We are up here. If this is going to run, I mean, it's looking like it would be a new weekly candle at this point. There is 4 days left. There's 4 days left in this. So if it is going to close up here, you know, it's got every chance to run on a new weekly. Like here, a little bit similar but different, you know, but it closes onto the high of the candle and then it's a new week that makes the move. I think something similar is very possible here, that it's safer and better to trade a new weekly candle, because if this double top rejects here and you drop and flip red, you could get a deeper dip and then you've kind of bought the top. But if you trade a new weekly candle and there's a small dip and a flip green, you can manage that position easier and safer to try and get on board for that main move. After a lot of chop like this, often you do get a large candle higher. It's very, very normal, and this is similar. I mean, it chopped the whole way around, a few decent sized candles, but then you get the big candle coming out of the range, and I think something similar is probably going to happen here.